Backyard Bee Builder here, and I am super excited for this video today. The reason why is because I'm going to kind of change my format a little bit and kind of get back to what I really wanted to do in the beginning. I am really here just to do these videos for educational purposes, and it's not something serious. I'm not getting paid to make or post them. I just feel like it's a great way to help beginning beekeepers and all of us kind of learn together. So with that, and I'll talk a little bit more about that after I'm done. If you're interested in staying around and listening to me ramble, you're welcome to. Anyway, so I was actually doing a lot of research on wax moths. And if you're interested in that, you can check out my other video I made. But while I was doing research on wax moths, I learned a lot of stuff about it, but I also read about these traps that people make to help trap the wax moths around their apiary to help minimize the amount of wax moths that get into their hive. So I thought I'd give it a try, but I thought I'd just bring you along with me. So first of all, they say you're supposed to use a bottle, and they say that these Powerade bottles work really good. So I'm going to give it a try. I've got a drill, which is helpful, but if you don't have one, I'm sure you could use an X-Acto knife or a knife or something. And I'm just going to start by drilling a hole in it. Now that I got a little hole to start me out, I'm going to use a butterfly bit to make the hole a little bit bigger. You can see. Well, it's not pretty, but it does the job. That seemed to work okay. There's my hole, and that's where the moths will get in and hopefully not get out. Okay, so with that, I've got 2 bottles here, but I was looking into, I'm going to need a cup of vinegar, a cup of sugar, and a cup of water, and some banana peels. I was going to do 2 of them, but I cannot for the life of me find my vinegar. I just have 1 cup of vinegar. Pretty sure I have a gallon of it somewhere in the house, but you know how that goes. Okay, so I've got my bananas now. And to start off, you're supposed to get a pan, get your cup of water, and your sugar, and combine them into the pan. And now we're just going to make a simple syrup out of it so we can pour it into the bottle. So I'll take it over to the stove, warm it up, and back. I'm just going to keep stirring it until all of the sugar dissolves. Okay, all the grit's out of it, and it looks like it's going pretty clear, so we'll go ahead and take it over and put it in our bottle. Okay, so I got my syrup all mixed up on a funnel for the bottle. Let's see if I can get it all in there. And now here is my 1 cup of vinegar that I could actually find. And we'll just combine that in with the simple syrup. And let's try to get it in this bottle. Okay, looks good. Looks like it's all the sugar's dissolved. And then we're supposed to get a banana peel, not the banana itself, just the peel, and cut it up and put it into the bottle. So I've never actually done this before, and I don't know how effective it is. You'll have to let me know if any of you guys have used this and if you found it useful. So here I've got my banana peels, and I'll just add them into my bottle. Yeah, I don't typically have to deal with wax moths too much around where I live because it gets cold, and so a lot of them will die after in the wintertime, but it's been a really bad year for wax moths. So I wanted to try to do everything I could, because when I was doing my research, I found out that wax moths, this time of year is actually the worst time for wax moths, because they won't die until it gets -20 degrees, but the bees will cluster way before then. And so because of that, the bees are in a cluster, they're not guarding their entrances as well, and that is when the moths fly in and kind of take over. And they can lay their eggs that way. So when things are getting cold but not down to 20 degrees, that's when it's playtime for the wax. Okay, so we have this. At this point, you're just supposed to put a lid on it, tie a string around it, and hang it up around your apiary, excuse me, around your apiary. So once you hang that up, they say don't put it next to your hive. You don't want to draw the moths to your hive, but kind of put it on the outskirts of your hive so they kind of get drawn towards that. And I'll put that in and give you an update in a few days and see if we catch anything. A lot of you guys have probably seen some of my videos posted, and so I just kind of want to tell you what I'm about. So I am the Backyard Bee Builder, and I have a YouTube channel that I've been putting some videos on. But the purpose behind it is I'm not getting paid to make or post them at all. It really is just for educational purposes. And I have friends and family members that have gotten into beekeeping, and they just haven't educated themselves good enough. And so they've been unsuccessful. They've lost their investment, and they've lost their bees, and they just don't want to even do it anymore. So with that, I felt, you know what, if they would have just known a few basic things, they would have been able to be successful. So I'm not getting paid to this, but there are a few perks to making videos. And a couple of them are, I've really enjoyed doing it because before I post videos, I try really hard not to post information that's inaccurate. And with the different opinions of beekeeping, that doesn't always go with everyone. You can't ever always make everyone happy in beekeeping because there's different methods to do everything. But I do really try hard to I do a lot of reading and a lot of research before I post videos. With that research, I learned a ton. I do go off of my own accounts. I've been doing beekeeping and studying beekeeping for several years, and so I feel like I've been a pretty successful backyard beekeeper. I'm not a master beekeeper, and there are actually, especially on Facebook and different places, there's master beekeepers, and they've been doing it for 20 years, and they've got thousands of hives, and they've got awesome advice. They really do. And so that's why I really like, I love belonging to a lot of the different Facebook groups and bee clubs and stuff, because then I can learn from a lot of those beekeepers. So not only do I learn from the research I've done for it to make sure all my information is accurate, but I also learn a lot from the comments that are put on there on my videos. I love constructive criticism, as long as it's kind and constructive. I'm always willing to learn, and I love to learn about bees and talk about bees. But I really learn a ton of things just from the comments that people post on my videos, whether it be on Facebook or YouTube or whatever. They are really helpful, and I learn a lot from them. So that's another perk for me posting the videos, is that it just starts a conversation about the topic. And so it really helps teach me and helps teach other people, and really that is my focus behind it. I do use YouTube because it just gives it like a central location for if a beginning beekeeper wants to kind of learn more things about beekeeping, but maybe they don't have the time or inclination to do as much reading as I do. They can hopefully learn a few tips from me on the videos, and then hopefully be successful with that. But I'm always open to suggestions or comments or adds to my posts. I don't know everything, and I'm always open to learning stuff. So that's kind of my little spiel. If you are interested in checking out my YouTube channel, it is The Backyard Bee Builder, because I love bees, I really do. But my first love was the backyard. I actually really love gardening. I have an awesome, I've been blessed with an awesome location with a nice huge yard that I can do orchards and garden boxes and berries and all kinds of things. And so I like doing backyard stuff. I love doing bees, and that's kind of what led me into bees, which is like my second love. And also I do a lot of building. And I've found actually with beekeepers, that's pretty typical. You know, a lot of beekeepers are also love gardening, and beekeepers are always required to build stuff. And so that's why I'm the Backyard Bee Builder. But I'm really just doing it for fun. It's not a serious thing, and I'm doing these things anyways, And so I felt like it would be fun to record a lot of them and kind of maybe help somebody else out. So if you have any constructive criticism or tips for me, I'd love to hear them. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me or comments. That would be great. And this is the Backyard Bee Builder. I'll see you next time. I wanted to show off this picture. One of my little girls came to say hello today.